The Yamaha WR250R. When it comes to small, light and reliable dual-sport motorcycles, the WR often is called one of the best but also one of the most expensive dirt bikes out there. We will find out what the little 4-stroke motorcycle can do and where it starts to struggle. Let's start with the specifications. The 2008 model, as you see it here, receives its power from a 250cc 4-stroke liquid-cooled engine. It delivers about 31 horsepower at 10,000 RPMs, which means that she loves high revs. The max torque is about 23 Newton meters and kicks in at about 8,000 RPMs. The fuel tank has a capacity of about 7.5 liters. That's enough for your average trail ride, but if you're planning longer adventure rides, you should consider getting a bigger replacement fuel tank or some additional gas cans fitted. The front suspension is adjustable and does its job quite well. The springs are a bit too soft and tend to knock through after bigger jumps. The rear shock is rather soft too, but performs not too bad. In the end, you'll have to adjust the suspension rate or even get a stronger spring, especially for adventure riding. The seat is pretty high at 93 centimeters, which can be a problem for smaller riders, especially when combined with its 126 kilograms dry weight. Compared to other 254 strokes like KTM SXF with less than 100 kilograms dry, the WR is a really heavy bike. Besides its enormous weight, the WR handles really good and is extremely confidence inspiring. It corners very well and soaks up most bumps pretty good. The Nissan brakes are very precise and don't need much pulling force to get a nice deceleration. When it comes to slipping the clutch in technical terrain, the stock cable clutch is pretty impractical. If you don't have very well trained fingers, you will get tired very soon, which can lead to cramping forearms after a few hours of riding. I fitted a RSC Clutch Lever that reduces the needed pulling force due to a special Delrin bushing. It definitely reduces the needed pulling force, but you can't fit the clutch switch anymore, and therefore it might be not legal for road use afterwards. If you really want to go hard, you should get proper off-road tires soon. The stock Bridgestone tires are not that bad on the road and dry gravel, but as soon as there's some mud included, they will clog up very fast. I currently have the Michelin AC10 tires at front and rear mounted, and I'm not disappointed at all. Another useful change for technical riding is a larger rear sprocket. I changed the stock 43 teeth rear sprocket to a 53 teeth sprocket, which gives it a lot more torque and makes the first two gears more usable for trials like riding. Surprisingly, the top speed doesn't change very much, but in 6th gear the engine is able to hit the top of the rev range. For those of you who are into stunt riding, yes, you can do wheelies on the WR250R. I learned them on this bike. Sitting wheelies do work best in 2nd and 3rd gear. Stand-up wheelies are possible in every gear, if you have the right technique down. I did 6th gear stand-up wheelies at around 100 to 120 kilometers per hour back in my best days. The main thing that makes the Yamaha WR250R such a good dual sport bike is its easygoing handling and the linear power band. It also is extremely reliable in terms of maintenance. You need to service it every 10,000 kilometers, which for sure is a very long time for a dirt bike. The engine itself is pretty much indestructible. I drowned the bike and flooded the whole cylinder, and it was back to life after just a few hours of work and a new spark plug. If you are keen of getting into dirt riding, the WR250R might be a great choice. Probably the biggest downside is the Yamaha's high price. A new one costs about 7,000 euros, therefore it's stronger and has a higher quality than its main contenders by Honda or Kawasaki. To make it a real enduro bike, you will have to get some adjustments and changes done, but then it's ready for almost everything. I've had my WR250R for a few years now, and I like it very much, so this review might not be 100% objective. I learned so much stuff on it, and it never really disappointed me. So this isn't just an honest review of some dirt bike, this also is a tribute to a great little machine.